Hello, my friends. I know that I posted on Facebook that I was going to go live and on Instagram. So, hi, guys, if you come and watch me later. Some people have asked, where is you? Where are you? I'm right here. I don't go nowhere other than the doctor. And Blue Eyes has been up all night with coughing. It's been allergy season here, so we're thinking it's allergies, but I don't know. He went and did a walk-in, and hopefully he got to see the doctor. Uh-oh, I think someone's talking to me and I can't see. If you're talking to me and I can't see you, I apologize. I'm so sorry. So, people have been asking, where have I been? I am not doing a lot of YouTube, not because I don't want to. I just don't have really much to say, to be honest with you. We're still in the same waiting list as far as the Social Security and all that goes. And so, who wants to keep hearing about that, right? Oh my goodness, Jacqueline from Brazil is here. Hola! So anyway, I just wanted to come by and encourage you. Life, I was asked a question the other day. Does life, or does low carbing ever get boring? I think the way I explained it to her was that it's not that it gets boring, because I keep it simple. I know you hear that a lot on keto, and you know, it is that way. If you keep it simple, it becomes who you are, what you eat. You know, there's nothing really hard about keeping it low carb. In my opinion, anything I say is always my opinion. There is many people that you can follow to do the keto diet, low carb diet, right? But you don't want to basically step into their shoes, because they are them, you are you. Does that make sense? They have their metabolism. I have mine. You have yours. It's great to see progress and success in anybody. I always cheer people on, because that's amazing, especially when you've gone through so much to try and figure out your lifestyle, the way you eat, the way you want to do exercise, the way you need to do you, right? Do what you think is right, not what people think is right. In the end, it's you who goes through it anyway, right? I had to find out. I'll tell you what, I'll go back a little bit in my videos. In fact, I think I took those videos down. I had someone criticize me very badly about keeping my carbs at 10, and vegetables were not part of the carb for me. I ate only green vegetables, but even vegetables have carbs in them. Anyway, to make a long story short, I got criticized many moons ago about keeping low carb, okay? Staying on a low carb diet. And when I got criticized, and I didn't really know the YouTube thing, and I took everything so personal, I did. I did. It's kind of hard not to when you first start, because you're taking everything in. You're like, oh, well, why isn't that person answering my videos? How come they're answering so-and-so's videos but not mine? You know, it's hard to keep things in perspective. After a while, you learn that YouTube is not your world. Real life is your world. And what you do with it and how you eat is all up to you. Okay? I think I'm focusing in the camera. Anyway, to make a long story short, so I was criticized, and I just stopped making those kind of videos. I stopped talking about the food and things I ate and how I made them. I did do Mamas in the Kitchen for a while to encourage other people that they could do it too. There's things that are still up on my, I mean, I didn't delete everything. I mean, I've got lots of videos. Come on, I've got, I don't know how many videos, over a lot. I have a lot of videos. But I did delete a lot of ones that I thought were hurting people, because, you know, people want to give you their opinions all the time. Well, you should not be eating that way, because then you can get this and then you can get that. And, you know, it goes on and on and on. And after a while, you're like, look, I'm living my life. You can't tell me what to eat and what not to eat. But with that said, and in the same breath, you have people out here that are encouragers, that are doing their plan, and that are being successful. Yes, it is important to take a little bit of here and a little bit of there. Hi, Denise. Oh, how are you? Oh, Dennis. Oh, sorry. Mama ain't got her glasses on now. Come on. Don't be mad at me. And Taco's going to probably bark here in a second. No. He wants to go out. So, this is live, guys. This is real life. This is what happens. I'll be right back. Oh. Don't go nowhere. I'm right here. It's just me trying to take Taco outside. Hold on a minute. Oh, Lord, I had you on. Okay. Are you still here, people? I'm telling you, this is real life. I have this set up somehow, and it's not holding on. Okay. Go. Okay, so basically I'm trying to let you see that you got to be you, you got to do you, because if you don't, it can get overwhelming. Don't get discouraged. Again, I was talking about people that are successful in anything that they do, and you want to be just as successful, right? Of course, this thing's not going to be right up here. And so, yes, follow people, encourage people, do what they're doing and see if it works for you. That's the only way. That's the only way that you can figure out if it does work for you. Again, I was criticized many moons ago, and, you know, it affected me for a second, and then I had to realize, and I had many people tell me, Rosemary, don't stop doing what you're doing, but I did. Not because of anything other than in my heart of hearts, I felt like, well, maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I am hurting people by telling them that this is the way I do it. And I never want to come on and give you information that is going to hurt you in any way. I've never been that way. I won't be that way. When people, you know, say, you know, that I'm not the real deal, trust me, I'm the real deal. I love you unconditionally. Doesn't, you know, what people say in the background, I've let it go. I've let it go. Anyway, why did I get into that subject? The reason okay, because someone was asking me about my low carb, you know, was it boring? That's how I started this. You know, how do I keep doing it year after year? And they see the progress of Blue Eyes. Yay! Again, right now he's sick. He's got really bad allergies or a cold. I'm not sure what it is. And he's at the doctor's. But he's lost 85 pounds. It's taken him a year to on and off to really, really do what needs to be done and follow. Is there times where he wants certain things and I have to reel him back in and make him realize that he's worked this hard? Why would he ever want to go back? You know what I'm saying? He has not had weight loss surgery. I have. Is it any easier for me? Not really. Not really. It can get hectic at times, you know. For a while, I was eating popcorn. I know it's, you know, it's just popcorn, you know, it's a roughage, you know, I mean, it's good for you, right? With me, and I can only speak for me, with me, those carbs cause me to gain weight. Do I sometimes say, oh, the heck with it, I'm going to do it anyway? Yes, I'm a human being. But I have to realize, especially now that I have someone living with me, you know, he's always lived with me, but now he eats like me, I don't want to encourage that, right? I don't want to encourage those gains. So I don't do that. Oops. Again, I'm sorry, guys, if y'all are talking to me and I can't see it. I'm telling this thing to show the things, the messages. So, how do I keep it from being boring? I love to be in the kitchen. I love to cook. I'm in the kitchen now. Why do that was another question. Let me answer that question real fast. Why am I always in the kitchen? Because this is the only room that has good lighting. It's dark in the living room. It's dark in the back room. It's dark in my bedroom. There's a light. There's a window right here in front of me. So there's good light that comes in. So, yeah. Otherwise, you'd see me in the dark. What keeps me going? I think because I feel so good. If you didn't feel good, you wouldn't do the things that you're doing, right? You have to know that it feels good when you can put on clothes that you hadn't put on in a while, right? Or it feels good to remember where you were at when you first started. When I first started, I was 487 pounds, a young 487 pound. Even my children go, Mom, I remember you always did everything with us. Yes, I was always exhausted. And I remember when I was that exhausted, those memories come back to me. So eating simple and eating the way I'm eating, low carbing. I call it low carbing. You call it keto. It's the same thing as far as I'm concerned because I've always kept it lower than 20 carbs. And so have I maintained? I've maintained, which has never been possible in my youth, in my adult, young, raising children. Never. I couldn't do that. For the people that are just coming on and just are getting to know me, I could not hold my children on my lap because my stomach was that out there. So I had to hold them up high, you know, feed them up high because I didn't have a lap. Plain and simple, I didn't have a lap. Now I can hold my grandbabies in my lap, and it's amazing. It is fantastic. That's what keeps me going. I said all that. I did Coffee Talk today to tell you, how do I keep doing this day in and day out, month after month, year after year? Have I gotten off track? Yes. Come on, people. This is real life. People do, you know, there's things that I will indulge in from time to time, but I get right back on it. And that's what Blue Eyes is realizing. I point to this because this is usually where he sits. He's not sitting here right now. And yes, my hair's gotten long. Crazy, right? Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. That's right. Kiki Rogers said that. And I hate quoting people because then I got the wrong quote. I got the wrong person saying the wrong quote because so many people have quoted it before. Okay, I've done that video too. I won't go there. But strength comes from something that you know you weren't even able to do before. That's why I have to always keep in memory of what was, who I was at 487 pounds. What I thought about me at 487 pounds. So when I choose to make a burger, And I don't eat the bread on the burger. I've got so many recipes to, I have to applaud keto because I have recipes to go to now. You know, I can make keto bread if I want. But I can also choose to eat it with cabbage or lettuce. I like the cabbage because it's harder to chew. I mean, I like the crunch. But those things I have chosen for myself because of the way I feel. Have I maintained my weight was another question. Yes, I've maintained. Something I could never say before. And I don't know if a lot of you have seen my videos from back in the day. But, you know, there was a time I did get down to 147 pounds, which was amazing. Hello, darling. Love you, Andrea. Oh, Andrea's here. Again, I don't have my glasses on. What'd I do with them? Oh, they're holding up the phone. Don't be mad at me if I didn't say your name right. So, it is a blessing now to live in this body of today. A lot of times we overlook those things. We overlook how we feel today and what we think in our heads about us today. I'm not talking about if you were to lose 20 pounds in a week, looking to the future, which is amazing. Got to look to that future. Got to have goals in life. But what happened to today? Are you doing anything today to get you to the future, right? Can't do anything about yesterday. Yesterday was a gift, and I hope and pray that you lived it to the best of your ability. And today is a gift. You woke up and opened up this wonderful present. You know, I got birds humming. I'm not in a wonderful financial place, but I got up today and there's a roof over my head. Okay? Find your blessings and be grateful. Be grateful. Okay. I keep going off the subject. I don't know why. It's got to be for somebody that's needing this today or in the future when you're watching the video. So, how do I keep things in my food? How do I keep it going without having it boring? Okay. Spice things up. Find spices, you know, that you might not ever think of. Don't be the salt and pepper person. Be the person that likes Spanish spices, Indian spices. There's so many things that you can spice your meats with, your vegetables. I am a person that loves to venture out into the kitchen. I love finding new recipes. That's why I say, you know, when Keto World came and introduced itself to me, I found recipes. You know, I didn't even know it was really keto. I just figured it was low carb, you know. But the difference between keto and low carb, as far as I think, because like I said, I've low carbed a long time now, is that low carb, for the most part, you can go up to 50, 60 carbs and still lose weight for some people. For me, it's never happened that way. So I guess I was on a keto without even knowing about it because I've always tried to stay under 20. And then, like I said, I have videos. I think I deleted them, but I'm not sure. I got criticized for staying under 10 because, you know, people thought I was going to die. Hey, I'm still here. Thank you, Jesus. Knock on wood. So I am blessed to get up every day and figure out what I'm going to have. I am a homebody. I am home, so I can cook my meals from meal to meal. Have you seen the yodeling boy in Walmart video? Forever trendy. No? No, I have not. But anyway, so I do that, you know. I make my food daily. We're not. I used to get up and make a Blue Eyes breakfast every morning, and then he wasn't really a breakfast eating person. You know, early in the morning, and so I decided to prolong that breakfast. You know, we're not usually eating our first meal until 1 or 2. And I've been doing that for years as well. Then I found out it's called intermittent fasting. So, am I a dummy at all this? I might be, you know, because the things that are now are like in style now, have been for years, but it's just come into play with a lot of people. Of course, I'm an older person, so that's a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it. Oh, there's a plane going across. And tacos, drinking water if you hear something in the background. That's another thing. Water, coffee. Now, I won't eat right now because, and it's, what time is it? It's 12:40 right now. I'm waiting for Blue Eyes to get here. And then I've got some fish that I'm going to be making, Alaskan cod. And anyway, I try to make my food also with the same. I'm trying to stay with the question, but you know how I can get off the subject. Sorry, guys. Roll me back in if you have to. So I'll have a coleslaw that I'm going to make, and I'm just going to cut up some cabbage really thin. Throw a little bit of wine vinegar in it, and a little bit of mayo. Stir it up, and we've got a coleslaw. You know, delicious with our fish. No breading on the fish. Salt and pepper, lemon. You know, I like it that way. Let's see. What else was I saying? My mind went blank for a second. Oh, anyway, so that's what we're having today. I don't make foods that are going to be too hard. I try and show you guys. The other day I made bagel dogs. We found some Angus beef dogs, and they were, I'm not really a hot dog person. I like kielbasa, but I'm not really a hot dog person. So Blue Eyes had been craving like a hot dog, and so I made him the keto bagel. And what I did is I took my tortilla maker and squished the ball of dough, and the keto, just look it up on YouTube, keto bagels. It's basically cheese, almond flour, and cream cheese, and an egg. Anyway, and once you make the little ball, I put it in my little tortilla maker, and then I put the hot dogs in it, rolled it up, put them in the oven. They were amazing. He loved them. And you're not getting all the carbs. So I keep it simple. I like for my food to look nice. That's one thing. If you've gotten anything out of this video and you wanted me to tell you how do I keep things going, that's one of the ways I keep things going. I like to present my husband with a plate of food that is presentable, that is not presentable, what do I want to say, that looks nice, that you would eat at a restaurant, okay, that you would be able to go, wow, you know, this food, you know, looks expensive, tastes expensive, and is amazing, right? Appetizing, thank you. It looks appetizing. You want to eat it. I don't want to give my husband, my mama used to say, I know this sounds terrible in English, but she used to say it in Spanish, but comida vomitada, which means throw up a plate. You know, it looks like throw up. You don't want to give your husband something like that. You want to make it always look presentable, always look appetizing, right? Thank you for the word appetizing. I don't know why I get on video and, well, not just video. I'm like that in real life too. So, I hope I came on, answered your question, sweetheart. I do my best, but keep it simple. Another lady on keto, Casey, I think her name is. I've watched a few videos. I think it's Casey something. And she talks about how, I love that phrase, food is not the boss of me. There's so much more to eating than just feeding your face, right? There's so much more to it. Once I eat, I'm satisfied, I'm full, then I'm done. I'm done. It doesn't have to be, 5 times a day, 6 times a day for us, for Blue Eyes and I. I usually make the one meal. If there's leftover and he's still hungry at 6, usually we try and... Sorry. That wasn't anybody I know. I don't pick up calls that I don't know. Yeah, we try and finish our last meal at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I've been kind of, ranging it, or what is it called? Yeah, around 6 at the most. And, I'll have maybe some tea in the afternoon, at night around 6:30. I'll have a little bit more water. I try not to do too much of drinking because then I'm going to the bathroom all night. And that just happens because I'm older. So, I hope I answered your question again. Keep it simple. Don't let food be the boss of you. And if you're going to eat something, make it look pretty. Where you want to cook it again. Look at all the options you have on YouTube, on Google. Google in keto recipes, low carb recipes. You will find tons now. When I first started in 2004, I couldn't find anything. I would live at Barnes & Noble, at the bookstore, at the library. I lived there because I wanted to find recipes. And then I realized I have to doctor it up, like my sister says, doctor it up. I would take a recipe and go, oh, I can make this low carb. I can do this low carb. And I would do it low carb. So that's how, I got through all those years of shedding the weight. And then you're going to hit stalls. I know I said bye already. I'm sorry, guys. If you're still here, let me know you're still here. But I need to say this real fast. There was so many years of up and down, up and down. Your weight is going to go up and down. It's going to fluctuate, and more if you exercise. Let me just say this really quick before I leave. Exercise is important. It's important for your heart, for your soul, for your mind, okay? Walking is amazing if that's all you can do. It's all I can do right now. But I still have my little 3 and 5 pound weights that I still use from time to time. But let me tell you something. When you do begin to exercise, expect your body to protect itself because that's all it's doing. You're going to see the scale go up. Don't let that scale manipulate your brain, your mind, because it's going to go up because that's what it's meant to do. Our bodies are amazing, guys. It sees that you're in trouble, right? Or not in trouble, but you're when you go to exercise, you're pumping that heart, right? And so it's going to give you more water weight. Doesn't mean it's giving you anything other than that. So if you see that scale go up and you know, without a shadow of a doubt, you've done nothing to make that scale go up, don't forget, it's water weight. That's all it is. And a scale does not tell you how good you feel, how good you look. Go back and look at them pictures. I always tell my friends, take those pictures. Because if you don't, you can't see if you've changed from year to year. My problem was I would definitely see my hips grow, come back, grow, come back. Because that's where I hold all my weight, is in my hips, you know. But, and the side of me, I can't help. I was 487 pounds. I can't help the saggy skin that is on the side of my body, you know. I can't help that. That's something, you know, I need a surgeon to take that off. I exercise all I want, you know, and get down a certain weight. The sagginess is still going to be there. So you have to learn to love yourself the way you are today, and then learn to be, improve on a daily basis. But don't expect it to happen like this, because that's the problem with a lot of us. You know, how have I maintained all these years doing the same thing over and over and over? By remembering where I came from. If you go through something, I'll just quote this again. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. There was a time I thought I would never be able to cross my legs, sit on a bus and not take up their space, somebody else's space. Fear every time I went into someone's home to see if that couch was going to hold me up. A couch. I'm not talking about a chair. I'm talking about a couch. I have broken couches before. You know how humiliating that is? But don't feel sorry for me. Because the thing that changed my life was when I didn't even decide. I had already decided for myself that enough was enough. I had started the Atkins diet. That's why I'm telling you. I've done this a long time. I did it before 2004 when I finally got gastric bypass, okay? What helps me? Because a lot of people say that, you know, the surgery is the easy way out. It's not the easy way out. Because if you don't choose to change, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I say that my surgery has helped me to be able to eat smaller amounts of food. But you can eat all day long and gain the weight back. You can, you know. But you have to really fight with the mental before you can do anything. Before you can continually live that way, day in and day out, day in and day out. And again, don't let the food rule who you want to be, who you are today, right? I hope I helped somebody today. I don't do these videos for anything other than, you know, I answer the questions that people ask me. And I've never wanted to pat myself on the back, but help you through what I've gone through. Again, there's so many people you could watch that are as successful in the low carb or the keto or just maintaining a good, healthy eating way. Find what's good for you, you know. Start by looking at everybody, you know, how they're doing it. And then find your way. Find your strength. Find what helps you to get through the day. Do what you think is right, not what people think is right. In the end, it's you who goes through it, right? All right. Be you, do you, for you. All right, go out and be the best you that you know how to be and forget about the rest. I love you guys. Bye. You always help. Oops. You always help with each and every video. Thank you. Aw, God bless you too. See you later. Bye.